Sinclair Wargaming here with the end of game evaluation, I guess, of our, I believe this is the third game that we've recorded.
Yeah.
1,500 point game, the new Ogres, new Ogre Kingdom versus an Empire list. A lot of proxies on the Ogre side again, just because I haven't bought them. We're trying to play through the book a little bit first. I guess it was a decent game. We were playing just like a homemade scenario. It ended up being pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go to Matt Mott with some questions. Do you have anything that you'd change about your the way you played the game?
I don't know. I think
anything like that?
With the troops I took, I think it wasn't too bad. I probably would have moved up a bit closer in that first turn, so I could have got more charges in, especially get them flagellants in sooner, because it knocked them down a couple pegs before they got into combat, and they got destroyed in that first round of combat with them. Other than that, no, I think the list was decent.
What about your charging your mage in and then dispelling the Black Dragon thing?
No, that? I probably would have did the same thing.
Just hope for better casting roll?
Yeah, hope for better casting. Sucks, but that was probably the only way I was going to be able to kill your general within that last turn.
That was pretty low, pretty far under statistics. You only rolled...
One under.
You rolled... No, because you get a +5 to catch, or you had +5.
Oh yeah, +5. Yeah, so that was way
on
under.
6 dice, you rolled 15.
Should have been like 26.
Yep, should have been a 21 +5. But okay. Is there anything you'd change about your list? Army comp you'd change?
I probably would have taken one more cannon just to get a little bit.
No.
Especially with ogres. Didn't know what I was fighting up against when I made this list, but ogre-wise, probably one more cannon just to get some extra kills. As far as just general use with the list, probably instead of taking a level 4, I would have taken 2 level 2s just to have more diversity. Take Beast and then probably Beast and Life. Because with great swords you can, or not life, but light, getting always strike first with that.
Oh, so negating there.
Always strike last.
Always strike last and then be going before the ogres.
Would have been a little bit better, save them a couple wounds, and always strike first, initiative 10, giving them reroll hits as well.
They wouldn't get the always strike first though, because they have always strike last.
Oh yeah,
so
that's
it just
true.
Negates. You'd still be going first,
yeah. But yeah, that's true.
So you'd still be going before the ogres if you got those spells.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Other than that, I think it was decent. Maybe I don't know. I'm not too experienced in Empire, so this was just a fast put together list.
Yeah, just so we could play a game real quick. What else? The MVP of the game, you think? Just in general?
In general. As crappy as it sounded, probably gonna have to go to the cannon. The Great Cannon. None of my core units or anything did anything outstanding. The cannon in the first turn took out the Mournfang, made them flee off the board.
Yeah.
Other than that, there wasn't any too out-of-the-box events that happened with any of them, that I can remember at least.
What do you think the most, like, just ridiculous thing was?
I'd have to either go with making the Mournfang run off the board, them not seeing any combat, or the probably charging in the Ancient Fire Dragon and losing the turning into a Mountain Chimera by 1.
That was pretty ridiculous.
That or me finagling a tie at the end.
Yeah.
But that didn't really go to any unit. Just smart thinking. How about you? What, anything you change in the way you played?
I don't know really about changing the way I played. Like, I had my two big bull units behind the hill and moved them right up to it and kept them by it, so they were in cover, either just completely out of line of sight or at least in hard cover through like all the turns where shooting was a problem.
Mm-hmm.
The lead belchers were in a pretty good spot. The only thing that I didn't like where I deployed were the Mornfangs because they were right in front of the cannon, but I couldn't really deploy them anywhere else. Like,
Yeah.
if I would have deployed them behind my ogres behind the hill, they wouldn't have seen combat probably anyway, just because they were so far back and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So, actually, yeah, something I changed about how I played is I try to remember my list more. I played this list for a handful of games so far, and I once again forgot my Dispel Scroll that I had on my Butcher, and I also forgot that I gave the Mornfang Cav a musician. And they rolled an 8 for one of their leadership tests to see if they rallied, so that would have rallied them.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have saved me some points. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter for points, but they might have been able to get back across the board. I don't know. So yeah, if I was going to change something about how I played, it'd be trying to remember stuff on my list.
How about list changing? Would you change anything on it?
I'm getting ready to take out the Mornfangs because they haven't done anything. Like the first game I played was against Lizardmen, and they killed one unit of Chameleon Skinks, and that was it. But that was partially because the game was over by bottom of turn 3, so they didn't really have time to get into combat. But they killed one unit of Chameleon Skinks. Second game was against Orcs with a big Savage Orc horde, and they didn't do anything that game. And in this game, they really did literally nothing and just ran off the board. So I'm thinking about dropping them. Like, it'd probably be better just to go with like a list full of just normal ogres with Iron Fists, even though that'd be really boring. I don't know, I might try it.
What about you got an MVP?
MVP. I don't really know my MVP. Nothing really.
Yeah.
Like, the Iron Blaster failed a whole bunch of rolls, but at least it took out the Hell Blaster, which helped. MVP, I'd probably just give it to my bull unit that was on the hill because they killed the flagellants.
Yeah.
So I guess that'd be my MVP. Well, no, because going from both teams. Yeah, I'm probably going to go with Mott's Cannon as well. Because if we're doing MVP from either team, I'll probably go with Mott's Cannon for making my Mornfangs run off the board.
Anything ridiculous you want to mention?
My Butcher has rolled a miscast for the first cast every single game I played with it. I played this list like 4 times.
And hasn't it been the same miscast?
Yeah, it has been the same miscast every time, yeah. And it's not like I'm rolling 6 dice or something. I've been rolling 4. I've rolled 4.
If you want to eat something, come on.
Alright, thanks. I've been rolling 4 or less dice every turn. I mean, every time I've cast, and I've gotten Irresistible Force, and then rolled the, whatever it's called, the Drain Magic or whatever that takes your
wizard
levels and spells. And since he's only level 2, Power Drain. I've rolled Power Drain, and it's always just sucked his wizards out of him. Like today or this game, I ended up rolling just a 1, so he was still at least a level 1 wizard. But yeah. I'll go ahead and give either that or the Mornfangs running off the board the most ridiculous moment. I didn't ask you, but what do you think was the worst unit? Like the anti-MVP, the Nega VP?
Oh, the Nega VP. Either your Mornfang that just straight ran off, didn't do anything, or the handgunners you took out in like the first turn. Which, I mean, they're not really that great of points, but still, they didn't even fire.
Yeah, that's true. No, they got to 2 of them got to shoot. They just didn't do anything.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They somehow passed.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give the worst unit to either my Mornfangs, which is partially like my fault for deploying them in front of a cannon, but I didn't really have any other places, and also forgetting that they had a musician. So they should have rallied, but I just forgot. But I'll give the worst thing either to the Mornfangs or to my Butcher, because my Butcher just sucks at casting.
Yeah, that's true.
Or maybe the Iron Blaster too, since it managed to not. It only hit what it was shooting at one time. Maybe it's just me.
It hit the cannon. It destroyed the cannon and the.
No, the
Blaster.
cannon, you blew it up with a
Oh
misfire.
yeah, piece of shit cannon.
So the only thing that it hit, like, did it misfire? I don't think
No,
it
you
misfired
didn't
any. It
misfire
just
once.
wouldn't bounce. It didn't go far enough.
Yeah.
I'd roll like a 1 for the extra distance, and then or a 2, I mean, for the extra distance, and then like double 2s
Yeah.
or a 2 and a 4 or something like that for its bounce. So my arty dice, I guess, suck. I'll give it the Nega VP to the arty dice that I used.
Oh, there you go. All right. Any final thoughts?
Let's see. Kind of some thoughts on ogres in general. They did really good against lizardmen. My list was a little bit different against lizardmen. I had some iron guts, but I only played with them for one game. Then I took them out. They're pretty good against lizardmen since they have initiative up on them.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played with any of the new monsters or the fire belly or anything like that, so I don't know. I've only been playing with what you saw here.
Fireball is definitely a must take. Pretty cheap too.
What was I gonna say? Against orcs, they were okay. Savage orcs were chewing them up pretty good. Savage orc, a horde of savage orc big, or no, it wasn't a horde. It was like a 6x6 or something like that of savage orc biggins, additional choppas with the 5-up ward from the whatever that thing's called, the shrunken head or whatever, gives them a 5-up war paint. They were chewing through some guys. Against Empire, I guess they're just pretty much about the same as they used to be.
Yeah.
Nothing really changed.
I didn't notice anything except for the lead belchers. A lot easier to kill.
I think I like the lead belchers better than I did.
Yeah.
Because they got that better range. You don't have
and
a
they're
chance,
cheaper too.
Yeah, I think they're cheaper. You don't have a chance to get a 10 for the shots, but you also can't misfire, and you can shoot twice as far. So I like the lead belchers. Morn Fangs, I want to like them because they seem so good, but I haven't done anything with them at all. So,
all right.
and I don't know. I think I like this scenario. We said beforehand that if we tied, we were going to victory points, which we remembered that after we claimed a draw. So if we went by victory points, I think I got 600 something more than Mott.
480.
Oh, just 480 more?
No, 608. I'm retarded.
Okay. I got 608 points more than Mott, so it would have been a win for me. But we'll just call it a draw. We'll just do objective points only. It was a draw. It was a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Do you have anything, Mott?
No.
I can't think of anything, really.
Nothing, really.
I think next week, one of our friends is coming back from college for the weekend, and we're going to just have like a hobby weekend. Try to put off the game playing and clean up the shelves and clean up some of the terrain and whatnot. Oh, okay. I was going to say, yeah, it looks pretty shoddy over there. So we're going to try to clean up some of that stuff. Get some of the terrain looking a little bit more legitimate and make some movement trays and whatnot. So hopefully we start getting more legitimate stuff out on the field. I guess that's about it then.
Yeah.
Sinclair Wargaming. Thanks for watching.